What's going on, everyone in YouTube land? Forgot to set my intro for this live stream, so pop right on. Which is all good. They just let you know how frustrated I am with these Atlanta Falcons at the moment. Tough loss today. Tough loss today. We'll see if we can get some people to come in. But man, very, very tough loss today for the Falcons. Man, lost to the Colts today. We are now 3-6 on the year. 3-6, and although I didn't expect us to make it to the NFC Championship game today, I also didn't expect us to be sitting at 3-6 at this point of the year. So right now, not living up to expectations. I guess the only silver lining right now is, the season is not over. We would have to make one legendary type of run to make the playoffs, which is still a possibility. It's possible that I'll win the Mega Millions also this week as well and never have to work a day in my life. It's possible, but is it likely? No. So, watching the Falcons win like the rest of their games, or maybe only losing one more game, it's not very likely. It's not very likely. So here we are. And I really feel like this is a game that we should have won. I feel like this is the game we should have won. I really do. I felt like we had every opportunity that a team can ask for to take advantage of the situations and win the football game, especially offensively. I felt like the offense had multiple times, multiple opportunities, multiple situations, multiple good breaks, multiple times to put more points on the board to alleviate the game going into overtime. I felt like every opportunity was there, and we didn't take advantage of it offensively. And that has been somewhat of a common theme throughout the season. A common theme, not being able to take advantage of opportunities that were presented in front of us. A game we could have won, a game we should have won. You win this game, you kind of put yourself back. I don't want to say on a good foot, but hey, it's a step in the right direction. Because we still would have had a losing record, but it would have been a step in the right direction. And we just couldn't do it, man. And it's frustrating, week after week after week, really year after year after year, watching the team underperform. I'm gonna go ahead and spoiler alert, y'all here early, but for the replay game, spoiler alert, I'm not going to bodyguard the coaches this live stream. I'm gonna do my best not to bodyguard the coaches. Do my best not to bodyguard the coaches, because when you're at 3-6, anybody and everybody can get it. And to be honest, I never had a problem giving the coaches any smoke. But I always thought, and I still feel, that a great deal of fans is putting too much mustard on their hot dogs when it comes to solely blaming the coaching staff. Now, I will say this. Just like I'm saying, I ain't going to protect the coaches. I will say this. I am seeing a lot of fans speak out that are starting to put more blame on the players after this game. I am seeing that. So I guess it's a balance of opinions are starting to take place. Because when you at 3-6, I think everybody kind of get at that mentality. Oh man, anybody can get it, bro. Had a little water boy over there, he can get it too. You know what I mean? So I am seeing more people start to point fingers at players after this game so far. But when you're sitting at 3-6, it ultimately is going to fall on the head coach as it should. You know, this puts Raheem Morris in a predicament where at any given moment he could get that call from his agent. You know, which I don't think will happen. I still think for the most part, Blank will allow him or try to allow him to play out the season. Man, if y'all hear some background noise, I apologize, but they're actually having a Veterans Day parade here on my block. So this is probably one of the best time for me to go live. You know, this is supposed to be a noise cancellation microphone I got on. So let's see if it can do his job. Because I definitely hear them drums out there and the police sirens. They sound like they getting lit out there. I might need to go out there and look at the parade. Y'all hear them drums? I don't know if y'all can hear, but man, they going crazy behind me. I don't know if I'm able to finish this stream. Can y'all hear those drums in the background? Let's see how good this mic is. Because it's actually kind of distracting me because I can hear it through these. Keontae, appreciate it. Says, I can't hear anything in your background. Oh, keep good. Boy, they back there lit. Boy, they got them drones going. But it's good that y'all can hear. So let's keep going. I'll try to cancel it out on my side and not get distracted. But yeah, this ultimately falls on Raheem. That's the head coach, 3-6. You know, you were not doing what you were hired to do. The team is not winning, and they continue to lose. And not only do they continue to lose, you know, you got some bad losses on your resume this year, namely Miami, namely the Panthers game. You know, got a couple, you know, highlight wins too. But when you're 3-6, who cares? Zach Robinson, you know, the offense continues to sputter again this game. Cannot take advantage of opportunities this game. You know, cannot put, you know, ample points on the board. Although 25 points in regulation, you know, you kind of want to get out there with a victory. But, you know, the Colts kept scoring, so that means we needed to keep scoring, which unfortunately we did not. You know, so the coaching staff is definitely on the hot seat, you know, and it's hard for me to give a lot of pushback when a team continues to lose in the fashion that we are losing. Now, I'm going to talk about the defense a little bit too. Defensively, I felt like the defense gave the offense enough opportunities, enough situations to win the game, which we never capitalized on the offense. But I'm not finna sell you some beach chairs to the beach in Atlanta, Georgia, Atlanta Beach. I'm not gonna say in the beach chairs to come out here and say they played a great game, but they played very good, because they did not. They still gave up over 500 all-purpose yards. I think Taylor had 200 plus rushing, and then as bad as the offense was today, when we had them at 3rd and 21, if we make that stop, we pretty much win that game. And we allowed Daniel Jones to take the ball and run for 19 yards, and quite naturally, they got the first down. The rest is history. You know, so everybody deserves some, man. Like offense and, you know, like defense. I think we had 7 sacks. I think they had a fumble and also an interception. So it's harder to pinpoint the defense, but hey, man, like they didn't play their best game either. Also, let's talk about Michael Penix too. Let's talk about Michael Penix while we're going down the list. Man, let me pull my chair up for this one. Now I'm still going to give him. I'm still going to criticize Michael Penix with kid gloves on. I'm going to go ahead and be honest with y'all about that one. You know, although I done let the reins go on the coaching staff, you know what I mean. I'm still gonna kind of criticize Penix with kids gloves on, but that don't mean he can't be criticized. That don't mean he cannot be criticized. Michael Penix was very bad today. He was bad. Michael Penix was bad today. His accuracy was some of everywhere. I mean, he was throwing the ball all over the place, other than his wide receivers. I will give him a little bit of a break because Kyle Pitts missed, which would have been a big play, and that could have set the tone. That could have set the momentum. Could have got Penix confidence going. Mooney also dropped a big pass late in the game. But still, I think Penix only completed about 45% of his passes. And he looked flustered out there, man. Like, and don't get me wrong, no quarterback likes to deal with pressure, but when they started bringing the pressure in on him, he just did not respond good. So yeah, Mike Penix completed 43% of his passes. So not good at all. Not good at all. Some of what I've seen so far online when I bring up Penix is, you know, people say the wide receivers are not running good routes, or, you know, wide receivers aren't really good this year. Some of that could be true, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. What I saw today, I saw us missing open guys. I saw us missing wide open receivers. In the NFL, if you complete 43% of your passes in a game where you have almost 30 pass attempts, that speaks for itself. We had Seals wide open in the middle of the field. We missed him. We missed Mooney on some out routes. Yeah, Mooney did drop a pass, but we also missed him on some routes. We were throwing the ball in the ground. Penix has had a very bad day. And if y'all familiar with me, y'all know I always talk about how this is a quarterback-driven league. If you got a great quarterback, you got great quarterback play, you're going to win most times than not. You're going to win a vast majority of your games. You're going to have winning seasons if your quarterback is playing at I don't even want to say an elite level, because very few quarterbacks can play at an elite level. But if your quarterback is playing at a high level, a good level, a pretty good level, things are typically going to go your way because it's such a quarterback-driven league. But Penix had a rough outing today. And once again, and when I posted about the third intentional grounding, like on my social media, you know, some people didn't like me talking about that. And I'm wondering to myself, like, why should that not be pointed out? This is the third consecutive game our quarterback gets an intentional grounding in a critical moment of the game. Like, that cannot continue to happen. The very first time, okay, you're young, you're forgiven. The second time is like, okay, you know, hey, you didn't learn the first time. But the third time is just like, come on, bro. Like, what we doing? Like, why do you keep getting this penalty in critical moments of the game? Like, that must stop. That has to stop. A quarterback cannot get intentional grounding penalties every single game. I don't care what nobody says. If that continues, he won't be the starting quarterback for Atlanta Falcons very long. Whether Raheem Morris is coaching this team or Denzel Washington is coaching this team, it won't matter. You continually get intentional grounding penalties, you won't keep your post long. Like, he's just gonna have to learn to figure that out. You cannot get intentional ground and penalties in this league, especially in critical moments of the game. Though to me, that's telling. Also, a lot in football circles, they call third down a quarterback stat. And I know y'all gonna call it a Zach Robinson stat. But in football, they call third down a quarterback stat. Today we were 0 for 8. 0 out of 8 on third down. We did not convert not one third down today. That highlights the issues that our quarterback had today. And again, he's young. But now as we start to tally down towards the end of the season, you want to start to see him get better. You want to start to see his progression. Some of the experience starts to kick in. Not to see him regress and get worse. So not a good game for Michael Penix, and the Falcons are just in a terrible position right now, just sitting at 3-6. The franchise is a mess right now. The front office is a mess right now. The upper executives is a mess right now. Archangel. All right, Ark, you my boy, you my dog, Ark. So I hate to put you on the billboard, but I got to put you on the billboard. When you say it's too early to be saying Penix ain't it. Now, if you're talking to me, then I'm going to respond to you now. If you're talking to somebody in the comments, please accept my apologies. But there is no part of my conversation so far that I said Penix ain't it. Never said that. And I'm not trying to implicate that. But at the same time, when you go 0 for 8 on third down, when you're completing only 43% of your passes in the NFL. Okay, you say I'm talking to fans in general. Okay, so my apologies, my bad. So sorry about that. I thought you were speaking to me directly. So I'll get off that. But staying on that point, we got to start seeing some improvement from Michael Penix, toward the home stretch of the season. We must see that. We got to start seeing some improvement from him. Got to start seeing some kind of improvement from everybody on the wide receiver core other than Drake London. Although I feel like Kyle Pitts has been pretty steady this season. It's just, Darnell Mooney. I don't know. Obviously, he was better with Kirk Cousins, and then Ray McLeod. He's no longer here. There's another thing that I must say. I must say this. One thing about me, my pride isn't too big where I won't readdress something that I spoke on, or that I reported on, or that I made a video on. My pride isn't too big where I won't readdress something. So with that said, early in the week, I made a video criticizing Brian Finneran for speaking about, Michael Penix and how he's afraid to escape the pocket and use his legs to run. If you haven't seen the video, you can go back and see the video. If you've already seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to readdress that now. I cannot lie to y'all. So that's one thing I'm not finna get behind this microphone and do it is start lying to people. But when I was watching this game, I was saying to myself the same thing. Penix, run. Like, get out the pocket and run. Take off. And, I understand his style as a pocket passer. I'm not expecting him to bring back the Mike Vick experience, but there were points in that game, man, where you just needed to tuck the ball and haul ass. as the great John Harris likes to say a lot. Tuck the ball in, son. Just haul ass, bro. Ain't nobody open. Here comes the pocket is collapsing. Hey, bro, find you a crease. Or hey, man, what you got? A 4 or 5 speed? Get outside the edge and haul ass, man. It's like I said, I know he's not a Vic. I know he's not a Josh Allen, and I never expect him to be. But there are times that you have to kind of, we are in the era of the mobile quarterback, or let me take that back. We are in the era of the athletic quarterback. Scratch the mobile quarterback. We are in the era of the athletic quarterback. So there were some times watching today's game where I'm like, man, like just take off, dog. Like your accuracy ain't there. Your accuracy ain't there today. Like you off today. So you know what? Hey man, I'm hurting with my legs today. I'm hurting with my legs. It's like sometimes in the NBA, when rest in peace, but my favorite player in the NBA was Kobe Bryant. All right, we won't do no who's the GOAT. We'll leave that alone. But my favorite player in the NBA was Kobe Bryant. There were plenty of times, and I'm not trying to put Penix up there with Kobe. I'm just trying to get a point across. But there were plenty of times where I would watch Kobe play basketball and the shot was off. There were plenty of times. And like I'm saying that Kobe my favorite player, but there were plenty of times Kobe's shot just was off. As great as he was, there were plenty of times that shooting percentage was in the 30s. That shooting percentage was 41, 42%. That was just Kobe. That was part of who he was. But if you watched enough of Kobe, if you're familiar with his game, if Kobe shot went falling, he was going to step up somewhere else on that basketball court. Whether that mean, okay, shoot, I'm about to go out here and I'm going to grab 12 rebounds. Okay, I'm going to get 8 assists. All right, well, I'm going to guard the best player, their best offensive player to neutralize them scoring points since my shot isn't falling. And again, I'm not trying to put Penix on a Kobe level, but I'm just saying, like, if you're off, if you just ain't got it today, all right, well, you know what? I might have to get 40 rushing yards today. And when you do that, now you put more pressure on the defense because now they have to change their strategy on how they defend us now. But I felt like Penix throws us off, and there was no. The coaches, all coaches, not trying to protect our guys, but a lot of coaches always get blamed for not making adjustments, and sometimes the players don't make adjustments. And I felt like Penix never adjusted today when he was obviously off. He wasn't accurate today. But like this team, man, it's like it's only like a 1%. This ain't a mathematical fact, but I'm just saying in my mind, it's only like a 1% chance we'll make the playoffs. So that's pretty much probably going down the drain. Antonio, what's going on, bro? Says he's injury shy, scared to take a sack, scared to run, making senseless intentional grounding penalties. He's scared to get hit, bro. You absolutely right, dog. You are absolutely right. I feel like that's in the back of his mind. And I can't say that I blame him because you're like, bro, you done went through some serious knee injuries. I've torn both of my ACLs. I've had my rotator cuff redone, and trust me, bro, man, I tore my ACL one knee, tore my MCL, ACL, and bone fracture in the second knee. And bro, and I know modern technology is a lot better than when I tore it, but going under that knife and having to rehab and all the physical pain and stress and the mental pain and stress, like, bro, you just never want to relive that moment ever in your life again. You never want to relive it. So I can't really say that I blame him for that, but gotta make it happen, man. Gotta make it happen. Just pray. He pray. We pray. Like, hey, keep our quarterback healthy, even when he takes off and run. And hopefully next year, that'll be something that he'll get over. You know, it may take some time. It may take some time. But rough game for Penix today. Rough game for the offense today. And Zach Robinson eats some of that too. He has to eat some of that too. Because for all the failures that we seen when we did not capitalize on every opportunity given to us, that also falls on the offensive coordinator as well. After all, he is the offensive coordinator. You know, not being able to draw plays to get us in the end zone, not being able to keep the chain moving, you know, the predictability that a lot of you guys have talked about it and talked to me about, it was all apparent today. All of it was apparent today. And I just feel like the offense specifically ruined golden opportunities to win this game for Atlanta. They really, really, really did. You know, they really did. We had some opportunities to go up by 11. And then that way, once you go up by like 11, you know, hey, it's a 2-possession game. Now with a 2-possession game, now you can also use the clock as your ally, and the game totally changes. Now the Colts can't really rely on Jonathan Taylor so much to get them back in the game. You forcing Daniel Jones. Okay, you playing a lot better this year, where you're gonna have to pass to get them back in the game. And it just didn't happen. And again, that falls on I keep wanting to say Zach Morris. That falls on Zach Robinson. And I don't think, and I'm pretty sure, even if by some chance Raheem Morris gets another shot at it, which I don't foresee, unless the Falcons finish these next stretch of games and they only lose, and they win out, or they only lose at most 2 games. That's really the only way I could see Raheem coming back. But I'm pretty sure that Zach Robinson won't be here. Most offensive coordinators don't stay at one position more than a couple years or a few years at most anyway. So pretty sure he won't be here. So we will have another play caller, I'm sure. And maybe with more experience and a different offensive scheme, well, hopefully with more experience and a new offensive scheme, it will give our quarterback, you know, the direction that he needs to get the most out of his talent. But I still think Michael Penix has a very, very high ceiling, but you saw a lot of the youngness and the inexperience in him today, unfortunately. Art says, McKay got to go too. Hey, man, you know Arthur Blank ain't finna let go his boy, man. You know he ain't finna let him go. What's going on, Clay says 7-1 to have a chance at the playoffs. We won't have very many tiebreakers. Again, it's possible, but with this team, I just don't see it happening, man. I really don't. Unfortunately, they done got so far behind the 8 ball that I don't think we're good enough. I don't think our quarterback has the experience and the know-how as of yet to be able to lead a team and put them on his back and carry them to a 7-1 record. Because as we're starting to see, after so long, NFL defenses, they go, okay, you know, we're going to figure out a way where Bijan ain't going to get 150, 160 all-purpose yards. Now, will he get off 102, 103, 110 all-purpose yards on us? Yeah, maybe so. He's just that damn good. You know, will he get 70 rushing yards and 35 receiving yards? Okay, y'all can have that. But if we can keep Bijan away from that 150, 160, 170, what he was doing early in the year, and make your offensive coordinator scheme a game where your quarterback has to do more for you guys to win, we got a good chance of beating the Falcons, and that's what these teams have started to do as of late. You know, they're starting to key in on Bijan, and you know, you normally see a quarterback a spy, but you're starting to see Bijan Robinson get a spy also. So they're making it hard on us. David, what's up? David says it ain't McKay. I'm squarely looking at the owner right now. That's fair too. That's fair. Hey, it starts at the top. It starts at the top. Right now, we're looking at our 8th consecutive losing season in a row. And this just goes back to my rant that I always have about it's more than coaching. But I won't go into that this time, y'all, I promise. But we're looking at our 8th consecutive losing season in a row with 3 different coaches and a multitude of different offensive and defensive coordinators. But yet we still haven't figured out how to get a winning season. So that lets you know, like, something at the top isn't right. Something at the top is spoiled, and it's trickling down throughout the rest of the organization, from the bottom level executives to the general manager to the director of personnel to the coaches, and then it also funnels down to the players themselves. You know, so David, you make a hell of a point. You know, Arthur Blank has to take blame also. This is his team. Ultimately, for everybody who says Raheem is a terrible coach, Arthur Blank hired him. That was his hire. Everybody who said Arthur Smith was a terrible coach, Arthur Blank hired him. You know, so all of it starts right at the tippy top with him. My guy Ski in the building. What's going on, Ski? Says Todd, unfortunately, I feel like Terry Fontenot will also go with Raheem, and I hate to say it, but he would be gone, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I think you're right, Ski. And it's sad because I think Terry was finally getting his bag, especially with these last 2 drafts. I think Terry was finally getting his bag. As we like to say, I think Terry finally had that he was finally cooking. And I think he's gonna go down with the ship. I wouldn't mind Terry Stan. I think he's done a good job. I think he's done a very, very good job these last 2 years, especially in the draft. You know, where you want your GM to be very good or great at, especially in the draft. But for the life of me, and I could be wrong, but for the life of me, I just don't see how Terry Fontenot could survive a second coaching staff and another losing season without already having some winning seasons on his resume. I just do not see it. I do not see it. So I think Terry will probably end up getting out of here as well. And again, I think he has really done a good job. But this was not a good showing all the way around. Again, I don't want to be too hard on the defense, but shoot, man, you look at the stat book, and I know stats and everything, but damn, Colts have 519 total yards, 196 passing yards, 323 rushing yards. They average 7 yards per play. Held the ball for 40 minutes, and some of that is our offense fault. But it's like, damn, I mean, I don't think the defense was terrible today, but they damn sure wasn't good. You know, so they can get the smoke with everybody else too. They can get the smoke with everybody else too. Ski says Arthur Smith did better with less talent. Keep that in mind. I tend to agree with you on that. I do tend to agree with you on that. But it's just a tough loss, man. Watching this game and just watch it go back and forth like a ping pong. And there were times where it looked like we were about to take control of the game. And every time it looked like we were about to take control of the game, we couldn't do nothing offensively, man. And it was just pissing me off. It was really, really pissing me off. Let's see what Bijan did. Speaking of Bijan, I hadn't looked at his stat line today. I think Bijan played better today, but again, they're keying on him to slow him down. He had 17 carries for 84 yards, 5 yards per carry. He didn't do nothing receiving. They only had four receiving yards. So, you know, he played an okay game. But we here, y'all. We here. Hey, I'm looking forward to just something new. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to something new. You know, I stood I stood behind the coaching staff as long as I could, and to a degree, I still stand behind them because they the coaches. You know what I mean? As long as they here, just like the players, as long as they here, I want them to do well. You know, that's just how I'm wired as a fan. And you can call me a homer, which I obviously am. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm never the type to want my teams to fail to prove a point to anybody. You know, and that goes beyond the Falcons. That's all the teams I root for. The Georgia Bulldogs too. You know, like I'm not the biggest Mike Bobo fan, but as long as he here, man, I want him to do well. I want them to win another national championship. Long as Zach Robinson here, I want him to do well. I want the team to win. Same with Raheem Morris. You know, and when they leave, okay, adios. We'll holler at you. You know, but if the Falcons continue to lose, they won't be here much longer. I will say that they will not be here much longer. I will say that. And Jeff Albridge obviously has done a very good job defensively. The Falcons had 7 sacks today. I like we are the only team that does the incredible when it comes to losing. You had 6 sacks last week in turnovers. You get 7 sacks today in turnovers. Still find a way to lose. Those are normally games you're going to win 85% of the time. Hey man, give me 7 turnovers, a fumble, and an interception. You normally gonna win those games. Ark says, I don't want my team to fall either. That's why I want Ra and Zach gone. Laugh my ass off. Rise up though, Toddy. Rise up to you, Ark. Shout out to you, bro. Ski says, Toddy, you have to ask yourself, do the players like Bijan, Drake, Pitts, etc. want to continue to play for a losing franchise? Or do they want to go to a contender? I mean, like, we got to be honest, you know, in the back of their minds, obviously that's something they think about. But at the same time, that's where the bylaws of the NFL come in to kind of give the team a competitive advantage, or leverage is a better thing to say, because all the guys that you just named, Bijan, Drake, Pitts, etc., they were drafted by the Falcons. So and in the first round. So the Falcons have a 5th-year option, which they've exercised on Kyle Pitts. So even if Kyle Pitts wanted to leave after his rookie deal was over that 4th year, by the Falcons exercising a 5th-year option, they still contractually, you know, hold his rights. And then also, not only do they hold his rights, but it's not a situation where Kyle can say, well, I'm gonna play bad, so they would want to trade me or let me go. Because you as a player, you really don't want to do that at all, because now you're losing millions of dollars because you're paid based on your production. And then they can franchise tag you twice. So, you know, if you draft a player in the first round, that's just how the NFL has it set up, you know, for parity reasons, and also, you know, to give the team some leverage also. If you draft a guy in the first round, like, hey, man, we're going to be able to hold on to you for 7 years of your career, your first 7 years, if we choose so. Now, does that mean a player can't weasel his way out of them contracts, you know, and just become a cancer in the locker room? You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, yeah. But if you want your face card to be good, if you want to maximize your earning potential, which virtually all these players want to do, you know, they ain't coming out here taking these brutal shots and this aggressive ass game for no reason. Yeah, they want to win too, but that when that direct deposit hit on wins, you know what I'm saying? They want their money too. So, you know, that's kind of how everything is set up. Got my dog in the building, MVM1978 in the house. What's going on with your MVM? Says, this season is once again a wash. I was drinking crying. My dog's out drinking crying in 100 proof at 9:45 a.m. this morning. Now I'm smoking the blunt, pissed off, knowing once again we should have won this damn game. Boy, you better get your nap in, boy. Crying and 100 proof and a blunt, boy. Ooh. You better get your nap in, or you're gonna be washed Monday morning, bro. Shout out to you, MVM, man. Appreciate the love, bro. But yeah, man, it's just crazy. Strapped up in the building. Raheem has to go. If we lost these next games, I also think we should draft a quarterback next year's draft. Penix may not be the answer. There's starting to become a louder group of fans that are starting to say Penix may not be the answer. What's up, Coach's Corner in the building? Y'all make sure to check out Coach also on YouTube as well. They come on every Wednesday at 8 p.m. So make sure that you do subscribe to them and show them a bunch of love. He says, yes, AB needs to start running this like a business and allowing his advisors to put in their input and just run this as they HNIC. He is no more committee SHIT. Hey, I tend to agree with you, man, but Arthur gonna be Arthur, man. Arthur is in his 80s now, and y'all know how I go. The older you get, the more stuck in your ways you'll become. We just gotta hope that eventually we hire the right person one of these times that can change the trajectory of this fan base. And maybe when Arthur Blank's son takes over, maybe he'll have a different vision for the team, and he'll do things a lot differently than his father has or his father did. So I just hope somebody can get us on the right foot, Coach, man. It is so frustrating dealing with this team year after year. But I've been on here for like 40 minutes, man. I'm gonna do something that I hadn't did in a minute, bro. I'm gonna drop the link, man. If anybody want to come in and speak your piece or voice your frustrations, you'll have the opportunity. If you decide to do so, just click that link. Give me just a second to get the link. All right, so the link is down in the chat, man. If anybody want to come up, man, and just talk about the game or whatever, the choice is yours. Open invite to anybody that want to click the link and come on up, man. Just go ahead and click that link. Travis Preston in the building. What's going on, Travis? What's up? 478. Shout out to the 478 in the building. Middle GA is in the house. Is it possible that we put too much on Penix too soon and he's just not ready? That is certainly a distinct possibility. With him not having ample experience, and that's a lot of the reasons that I have consistently said try to keep his passing attempts under like 28 passes a game, because you don't want to put too much on his shoulders. As a young running back, you want to get the running game going. You want Bijan, you want Tyler to lead this team. Unfortunately for us, though, there have been some games where the running game just has not been efficient enough for us to do that. And sometimes, I don't want to say force, but sometimes they look for different ways to get the offense going and put up points, and that causes us to pass the ball. But to your point, Travis, that's a big reason, man, that they gave Kirk Cousins the $100 million guaranteed for 2 years, because I really think they wanted to slow roll Penix to the starting quarterback, let him properly develop, let him sit behind a veteran like Kirk Cousins for 2 years, and then on that third year, hey, all right, here's the keys to the car. The team is now yours. So I really think that's what their plan was all together, not to give him too much too soon, to properly develop a quarterback. Unfortunately, we know what happened with the Kirk Cousins situation. He said he got injured or he fell off the cliff, but I think ultimately age really got to Kirk Cousins. And as you get older, you're more prone to be injury prone. You're more susceptible to get hurt, and I think that was a big part of it with Kirk Cousins, man. But it's just a frustrated feeling all the way around. Dealing with the Falcons, and it looks like we might be headed for 8th consecutive losing season. Haven't been in the playoffs since 2017. Have not hosted a playoff game in a Mercedes-Benz Stadium since it has been open. So it's just a lot of bad all the way around, man. And it's such a frustrating feeling, especially, we finally get a defense that, is playing very, very, very good football for us this season. We got some young studs on the defense in the draft. Jalen Walker, James Pierce Jr., they both have played pretty good so far this season. And this is like one of them years where the Falcons are going to end up more than likely wasting an opportunity to get themselves in the playoffs and just end this losing streak, But we're going to bring Coach up. Coach, how's it going today, brother?
What's up, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. What's up, man?
Not much, Coach. Hey, man, we lose today to the Colts once again. Coach, what's on your mind? Tell us your thoughts.
I mean, I think I said it in one of your lives before. I was quite confident that we were going to lose to both the Patriots and the Colts. I mean, they are playoff caliber teams. They both will be in the playoffs. So I kind of expected that for a young team. But like you, man, I think it's time to have the conversation about our quarterback play. Like, to me, today was a shining example of him needing a lot more work. I don't understand what's going on with him in this. Like, if you pay attention, when he rolls out to do play action or just rolls out, to do anything, he does like this 360 that just doesn't make sense. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like, why? What is that? Like, what is going on with that? And then again, like you said, I also said it as well. 3 on for the third game in a row, game-winning, possibly drive. You get intentional groundings. Like, your IQ, your football IQ has to be better. Can a coach help with that? Yes, but by the time you reach the NFL, you should know you can't do that. Like, some things go beyond coaching. I would agree with you on that. So, I think today was, while everybody giving Zach and Raheem the smoke, and you know me, I've been giving them both the smoke since last year. I can't put that on them. Just like, we definitely could have won this game if we had better QB play. I mean, that's just what it is. Did people drop balls? Yeah. But were a lot of balls inaccurate? Hell yeah. Were a lot of mistakes made by our quarterback? Yes. And I get that he's young, but at the same time, when I hear that, to me, that's just an excuse, because you look at his contemporaries, your Bo Nix, your Drake Bays, your old boy in Washington. I mean, they just look. I understand. Bo had a pretty horrible game Thursday, but by and large, they look miles ahead of him, and it's just like, at some point, we got to have this honest conversation. Could it be the OC that's hindering him? Absolutely. But again, that's where having the conversation comes from. But to just say, oh, he's playing bad, give him time, he's young. I think we're a little bit past that, because the issues I see are not issues from a young quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, if he was having problems reading the field, stuff like that, I'll be like, okay, yeah, that's problems. But these problems are just issues you shouldn't. Like, I don't understand what the 360 turnaround thing is. Like, where did that come from? It's just baffling to me. What are you doing, dude? Like, what is that? So yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
All right, we'll see. We got our brother David Stars. David, it's been a minute since we had you on the panel. How you doing, my friend?
What's going on? What's going on, Tidy? Gentlemen, what's going on, Coach?
What's up, brother?
Hey, to count, I hate to kind of pile on Penix, you know what I'm saying here, but today, yeah, he was bad, and today, yeah, he's having a lot of mechanical issues right now. I mean, like on that throw to Mooney, he opened up way too wide. He opened up way too wide on that throw to Mooney. So, but I'm gonna say this here: what's the quarterback coach doing? What's the quarterback coach doing with his footwork? What's the quarterback coach doing with him reading defenses, or Zach or whoever?
That's Doug Williamson, right? Quarterback coach.
I'm not sure who it is, but
yeah.
What does he need to go? Does he need to go to like a quarterback, one of these quarterback gurus in the offseason?
Yes, he does. Yes,
absolutely.
He definitely does.
That's what I was thinking too. He probably needs to go to one of these quarterback gurus because whatever they're telling them is just not getting the job done. It is just not getting the job done. And for all the blame, yeah, you're right. For all the blame we want to put on Raheem and Zach Robinson and even Terry Fontenot right now. Right now, y'all, I am squarely looking at the owner. I mean, it's here it is, season number 8, and we're not gonna make the playoffs, people. Forget the playoffs right now. Here's my thing here. Are we possibly looking at 6-11?
Oh,
are we possibly looking at 6-11?
I hope not.
Hear me out now. We're already at 6 losses right now.
Right.
We're already at 6 losses. Do you think we're beating Tampa? I don't. Do you think we're beating the Rams? I don't. Do you think we're beating Seattle? I don't. Straight, coming off this, you know what I'm saying, overseas game, we got Carolina next weekend. We haven't beaten them yet with Penix the quarterback. We have not beaten them yet at Penix the quarterback. And we know strange things happen down there in that dump in New Orleans. Are we possibly looking at 6-11 right now with no first round pick?
Yeah. Again, I said it a couple of weeks ago. I said if we lose the game, who do we play before the Patriots? I said if we lost that game, the 49ers. I said we're possibly gonna have a 6-game losing streak, and I still think it's true because, like you said, Carolina's playing great right now. There's no indication that can we beat them? Absolutely. Will we beat them? I don't think so. And as you said, the Saints is never given. Even in our best record, we all those games are never. It don't matter if they go into the Super Bowl, we go into the Super Bowl. That game is always whatever. Some strange shit always happens in that game. So it's very easy to lose to New Orleans. So I mean, I'm in agreement with you. And funny thing, this is I said this in the chat. This is the most Falcon thing ever. You stand 10 toes down on trading Kirk Cousins. Then you go possibly 7-10 again, or 6-11 or whatever. And then you have no first round pick. Like that just sounds like, if you put that on a bingo card or a Jeopardy question, I would ring the bell and say, who are the Falcons? I mean, that just sounds like something the Falcons do. Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this. This is a comment from Clay Milton. He says people have seen Penix and know he buckles under pressure, so they choose to stop Bijan and make Penix beat them, and he can't do it. How do y'all feel about that comment? Do y'all feel like he buckles under pressure, or he performs well under pressure?
Again, that was
right now. That's accurate. because when that blitz is coming, his feet get all over the place. They just get all over the place when that blitz is coming.
So, David, what specifically asking? Because I think I saw you mention this also in our game thread. What are you seeing from your vantage point about his mechanics? If you can go into detail on that part of it, if you're able.
It's like his feet are not point. His feet are. It's like he's feeling. He's like he's feeling the pressure too early, and his feet are not, and that's making his feet not be where they're supposed to be. And then there's something. And then there's him. And then he's not driving with his legs. He can't just that arm strength. It's going to wear out. He's got to learn to drive the football with his legs.
I agree on that.
Yeah, see, and Tidy, I know you remember this. This is what I was saying 2 years ago when I was adamant about not drafting this guy from Jump Street. I said we had a discussion on who to draft. And I understood we wasn't going to get Drake May. I understood we wasn't going to get up high enough to get him, but that's who I wanted. But I was adamant that absolutely do not draft this guy. The problem with Penix in the NFL is the same problem he had in college. Once he starts getting hit, he gets skittish because he has this I don't want to get hurt mindset. You can see it in him. They put pressure on him. That man just run. He gets rid of the ball. He don't want no parts of being hit. Like today, he tried to run to the sideline. As soon as the dude got to him, he tried to swipe him. And as soon as dude didn't swipe him, what did he do? He fell straight on his butt. He was like, nope, I don't want no parts of being hit. And that's something he has to get over. But his mechanics his lack of mechanics, I believe, is in that right there. He's so scared of getting hit. He has happy feet. He doesn't square his feet with his shoulders, and as my man said, he doesn't drive through with his legs and his hips. Because he if you put pressure on him, he's out of there. Like my man is out of there. He don't want no parts of being touched. So yeah. That is the issue, but that has always been an issue. Go back to the national game when they did, all they did was pressure him, and I mean he folded. So this is nothing new. This has always been an issue, but can he overcome it is the question. And right now it doesn't really look like, because like you said, teams are just dialing up blitzes on him, and he's having a rough go of it.
All right, y'all, and we're not trying to pile on Penix today, but
for sure.
No. Well, I was gonna say, but we 3-6, so we're gonna address the questions as they come. So Huckabucks 971 says, how do you explain his play in his first 4 games in comparison to his play today? Incompetent coaching has caused him to regress. Period. And I'll let you gentlemen speak on that.
It's real easy. One word: tape. Teams got tape. The first 4 games, they ain't really had no tape. Now they got tape. Now they know, and Zach is not changing up nothing. So it's the same plays. Generally when a coach plays a team, you build your game plan on the team's strengths and weaknesses that you're going to play. We don't do that. We just run the same damn playbook regardless on who we play and just hope it works. So teams understand that. Teams know that. So they shadowing Bijan, stacking in the box. They're trying to take Drake out of the equation, and then they're just rushing them. I mean, that's simple, easy.
Yeah, and another and here's where I'm gonna give him a bit of a break. Another problem too. Our receiving core behind Drake London is absolute trash, folks. I mean,
I don't want to hear that. Who does Bo have? Like that to me, that's a cop out. Who does Bo have? Who does Drake May have? And I know people gonna say Diggs,
now, coach,
Diggs
we gonna
playing
get
like shit.
Now we're gonna get into coaching and scheme because Sean Payton, as much as we hate his guts around here, is one of the best at scheming receivers open.
Yeah, good point.
Right.
Now we want to get into coaching. Zach Wilson, as we know, cannot scheme people open.
You're absolutely right. I'm just saying they don't have. You're right, but they don't have top-notch receivers either. That's all I'm saying. But you're right.
Getting schemed open. Zach Robinson isn't doing that.
Right.
Zach Robinson is, like they say, is a personnel guy. He just expects you to win, and we do not have guys winning right now. Behind Drake London, we don't have guys winning.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say, man, overall, man, it's just you could tell, man, this team frustrated. The defense been on the field for 30 minutes. But we had opportunities to close the game out. We start running the ball. Like if Tyler Algier was eating, we should have kept continuing to do that. It's just common sense, man. It's ridiculous, man. And I ain't gonna be really too long. And I feel like special teams been a disappointment. They keep, like I said, back to back 50 yards punt, 45-yard punts. I mean, it's this team is right now is too inconsistent right now, man. They deserve to lose like how they losing right now. And I agree with Coach, like, man, like something has to change this all season. Zach got to go. Marcus Williams has to go. Point blank, period.
That's a quarterback coach, right, William? Doug Williams' son?
Yeah. But he okay. I think he got to go too. We need a quarterback coach going to coach Michael Penix, and Michael Penix needs to work on his accuracy. That's a lot that Michael Penix needs to work on. His need to his progression, his accuracy, and ball placement. Because that don't make no sense. Because Kyle Pitts had his hand open, so like, hey, throw it to me so I could catch it. He threw it. He lobbed it up, and then the defender knocked it out of Kyle Pitts' hand, and that was a good play on the defense. It just Michael Penix needed a quarterback coach going to coach him, and Zach Robinson got to go. And I feel like Zach's too comfortable with that Oklahoma State job. He don't care.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Kyle Pitts. Yeah, Penix definitely. That was a play that he needed to put zip on and not touch, and he put too much touch on it when he should have put mustard on it, and then we missed Pitts when he had a step on the defender. So you're absolutely right, William. Let me address this too, y'all, because this is something that I hear a lot. And shout out to Tay, just came on the panel, and I want everybody on the panel to give me your honest opinion on this. I'm not saying that you're never honest, but hey, this is one of these games where we ain't gonna hold no shit back. But I often hear from our fan base. And this question popped in my head from something that David just said. When you said, David, outside of Drake, our receivers are ass. So my question is, I hear our fans always say, we have too much talent. We have too much talent to be this bad. The question is, do we truly have a lot of talent, or do we have talent in just spurts offensively? I'll shut up and hear y'all responses.
In spurts. The offensive line is good, but I was having this argument with some fool today online. Our offensive line depth has been a problem since the preseason. And we have good starters, but we have no depth. So when we get injuries, we are in a world of hurt. And I'm sorry, Terry Fontenot has to take some, and Terry Fontenot has to take some of the blame for our depth right now.
But at the end of the day, I'll be honest with you, bro. I really don't think it's Terry Fontenot. Terry did his part on defense. It's on Raheem Morris, because first of all, Raheem, you hired Jimmy Lake. It was a problem last year. Now it was Zach Robinson. You keep hiring these buddy players. Now, what's called Jeff Orban doing a hell of a job. He keeping the team in games. It's on the play calling. It's on the wide receiver coach. Like even Darnell Mooney not even playing up to his potential. He lost confidence.
Cannot separate anymore. Darnell Mooney cannot separate anymore.
Absolutely. So for me, I would say the answer to that question is absolutely we have talent on this team. Just to piggyback on what my guy said. Yeah, depth is a problem, but you got to remember we're only 3 years removed from being in absolute cap hell, purgatory, shopping at the bargain basement. So the needs were to get the star positions immediately, and it's just going to take time to build depth. Right now, our starters, like you said, when our starters are out, we're in a world of hurt. But again, that's going to take some time. I mean, we were just absolutely devastated from the Matt
Coach,
Ryan, Julio Jones contract. So
but coach.
that's going.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
No, I'm just saying, man. Zach got to go, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Zach got to go. TJ Yates got to go, and Marcus Williams, the coaching, the special teams coordinator, they have to go, man. Because it don't make no sense. Game after game, we keep letting teams on punt return getting 50 yards, and they not even putting the right players in. Like I don't know, man. I just think they need to this all season. They have to make some changes on this coaching staff. If Raheem going to be here next year, they need to get an office coordinator with some experience, a quarterback coach who to develop Michael Penix Jr. on his accuracy, his footwork. This dude need everything. Like you said, I don't have a problem with Raheem being our head coach next season, but he's going to be in the hot seat because he's going to have to make some changes. Like for real.
Okay. But yeah. So yeah. But we definitely have the talent. Um, but I think it's a bit of unlocking it. I'm not really worried about Zach. He's gone at the end of the year. There's no way he'll be here at the end of starting next season. So he's out of here. But yeah, I think we have the talent. I think if we had Arthur Smith here right now, we'd be a playoff contention team. We would be at least. I think we would have at least 6 to 7 wins. Absolutely, without a doubt.
That's
You
fair.
think we pulled the trigger too early on Arthur Smith?
Yeah.
Absolutely, we did. Arthur Smith. The only downfall was he stood 210 on having Desmond Ritter. He thought that he was bigger than the program and he could make any quarterback, shine. If he had just been a little bit more humble and got a different court, just said, "Hey, this ain't the future. We need a better quarterback, but this is all we got." I think he would still be here. His only downfall was the quarterback issue, but Arthur Smith had no talent, none, zero. We were shopping at the dollar store using food stamps. So yeah, he won't. If he was here right now, because think about where he at right now, and I understand he's not a head coach, and he at Pittsburgh, but his offense is number 4 in the league right now. I believe it's number 4 in the league right now. So with the talent we got on this team, yeah, we definitely would be doing a whole lot better. And not one time in Arthur Smith's whole tenure did our Falcons ever go into a game and look unprepared. We've had 5 of those under Raheem Morris.
Let me say this about that Arthur Smith question. Y'all know my resume. I tend to defend coaches more than your average fan would. But to answer your question, I do think that we went away from Arthur Smith too soon, David. I think he deserved to start the next season. And if it went downhill, okay, you can go ahead and get rid of him week 8, week 9, week 10, or whatever. But the main reason I say that is because you got to remember when Arthur Smith first came here, there was no cap space at all. There was nothing here. I mean, nothing. We didn't have absolutely no cap space the first 2 years. At nothing at all. So outside of the draft, he really couldn't wheel and deal in free agency, which we really needed to do after moving away from Julio and then moving away from Matt Ryan. Now year 3, he had a bunch of cap space, a whole bunch of cap space, man. Some of the most cap space I've seen us have in a long time. But we went away from him after just 1 year with cap space. I felt like you should have gave him 1 more year with cap space to really start to get the free agents in here to build his team. And I just think we pulled the trigger a year too soon. I don't know if maybe him and Arthur Blank didn't really see eye to eye behind the scenes, because sometimes that can be it. Sometimes it's not always, what are you doing on the field? Sometimes it's what you do in the meetings with the owner. But beyond that, yeah, I think we went away from him a little too soon. I would have liked to see him get 1 more year here also.
For sure.
Okay. Okay.
What's up, fellas?
Tay six in the
going
middle.
on?
What's up, Tay?
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
Not much.
Doing good, brother. Tay,
What
let us know how you feel about the game.
Man, I ain't started watching it till started the second half, Tidy. I done about checked out, man. I on Saturday nights, I be in the club, I be at the lounges, I be up all night. I used to get up in time for the Falcons games, but I don't even care. It ain't. I'm just being honest. It ain't exciting no more, like how it used to be. It's not exciting, and I ain't. Yeah, but I mean, today it's the same old. Defense doing what they doing. Eventually they're gonna get gas. They're gonna get tired. They can't, offense. Zach Robinson, we all know he's up out of here. It's the same old with him. Same route concepts, but can't always put it on Zach Robinson. Penny's got to hit the throws. When you're missing throws with a clean pocket, that's a problem. That got to get corrected. He's either throwing them out of bounds or throwing them in the dirt. And of course, he makes some good throws, but those throws where he throws it at the receiver feet, those kills me a lot. Those and the out of bounds. It was one to Darnell Mooney. Twice he was open on the sidelines, right over him, like Darnell 6'5". That's not Drake London. He doesn't look the same. I don't see that same confidence, and that same swagger as I did last year, and also in the preseason. So I don't know. Ain't no telling what's going on behind the scenes.
You know why I think that is, Tate? I think last year he had nothing was on his shoulders, so he was able to go out there and play freely. Now he's the man. So I think that plays a part in it. He like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like we didn't expect nothing from him last year when he played. Like he could have went out there and threw 15 interceptions in one game. Like everybody would just say, "Oh, he's a rookie." You know what I mean? Like he was playing with house money last year. This year is a totally different story, and I think that's why you don't see the same like freeness in him that you seen last year.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing about I hear this a lot too. A lot of people talk about our receivers. Obviously Mooney. I think Mooney's up out of here as well. He's not the same. Ever since that hamstring injury, he's just not the same. He can't create separation, like somebody said. He's dropping catches, and he's not feeling it. You can tell. You can see his body language.
Yeah, you see his body language.
I said that too. I thought that too. I had this thought right here. Remember last year, y'all, Darnell Mooney should have been 1,000-yard receiver. But that last Carolina game, somebody bitched him for some odd reason, so he wouldn't get that 1,000 yards. And I thought, and this might be me tripping, but I think that's playing a role right now.
I thought he was hurt though. I thought he was.
He got hurt wrong. He got hurt wrong training camp. I think he was.
I know he's been dealing with the injuries too. But just like you said, with the body language and all that, language and all of that right now.
Yeah, two totally different players.
I might just be tripping, but that seems like he's playing a role to me.
Yeah, two totally different players. If you look at his body language last year with Kurt, when Kurt was thriving, and look at it this year, two different totally players. I can't even talk. Two different players, but man, yeah. What I was getting at with the receivers though, you got Nick Nash, you got Drummond, you got Chris Blair. You might as well just elevate them boys, bring them up, see what they got at this point. We keep trying this whole thing with the Seals guy, number 87. I don't get that. I don't even know where he came from. But,
Yeah, I'm with you, Tay. I said that, and of course the pessimistic ones of us, which is cool, who think we still got a chance, gonna hate me saying it, but I think the season's over. So in that aspect, hey, start bringing up guys like you said from the practice squad, giving them some burn, seeing what they can do, because if I'm Raheem, I'm like, okay, this season is over. My ass is on the hot seat. I got to explain to Arthur why I got all this talent and we still got the same issues as last year, as the last couple of years. let me see if I got a diamond in the rough out here who could possibly help me win next year. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Bring them boys up, see what they can do. Drummond and Nash, they didn't play too bad in the preseason. You know, bring them up, see what they can do with the first team offense at this point. Because like you said, I'm with you. I don't believe that. I don't have the confidence in the Falcons that they just gonna go ahead and run the table. It's about over with. It's just too inconsistent. We 4 for like 30 something on third downs. That's ridiculous. You ain't beating no good teams like that. So
and I'm gonna take it a step further, fellas. I'm gonna take it a step further. I thought we should have traded Darnell Mooney at the trade deadline.
Yeah, you make a great point because he's still under contract for another year, so you know he still has some contract value. Probably could have got something in regards to a decent draft pick for him. And I want to say I want to comment on something that Tay said real quick because that's something I've also noticed about Mooney this year is his body language. Body language. It's not necessarily. I don't want to necessarily say he's pouting, but you can tell like when passes don't go his way, that body language just say, "Oh, here goes another bad pass, another bad pass, another bad pass." This motherfucker here. That's what he's saying to me.
Ain't no telling what's being played in his head.
But you know what it is, and I didn't mean to interrupt y'all, man. When I hear got fired and Ray McLeod got on Raheem, that says a lot. That speaks volumes, man. And like I said, bro, I think it's the wide receiver route concepts too with TJ Yates. He never played wide receiver. He was a quarterback coach. So why would y'all promote him to do that? Do wide receiver? Call wide receiver plays. But short story short, they just need to get it together this offseason, man. Get you a diamond in the rough in that second round.
Hey, Dixon Way, I agree too. Jesse Bates is another one. His body language starting to show as well. I
think Jesse out of here.
David Onyemata body language is starting to show. You can see it in the veteran players.
Yeah,
that's been here.
But the problem is, man, is like I said, it's the top office. It's Rich McKay. Rich McKay don't want nobody to make the right proper adjustment for the team. I want to put this head coach here. I'm gonna get this office coordinator. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. Until the top denominator on the front office, Rich McKay is out of here. This team could be the sky's the limit. But until off the blank start getting his feelings and say, hey, we appreciate you, Rich McKay, been 21 years, but unfortunately we have to move on to a different direction. You have to get the right middleman out here. Until Rich McKay, I'm just saying, until Rich McKay,
y'all gotta let that go, man. Rich McKay not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. So y'all gotta let that go.
I've come to that conclusion too, David. That's why I don't talk about it that much. Like it is what it is. That's Blank's most trusted confidant. So he's gonna be around.
No, he don't need to say so. He need to be.
You gotta understand the relationship and bond that Arthur Smith and Rich McKay got.
But what I'm just saying though, what he did outside of Matt Ryan and Julio, we kept having experience. Only person we really had was Arthur Smith. Don't get me wrong, he ain't had no money the cap space to have. But after we paid Jesse Bates the third, they turned around and paid got Kirk Cousins, and you draft another quarterback. They didn't know what they wanted, so they deserve what they get. But Rich McKay got to go, man.
What we saying, William, we're not disagreeing with you, but we're saying it's obvious that's not gonna happen. So we got to deal with it. He's not gonna get rid of Rich McKay. Like that. That's pretty much saying we're not saying you wrong or you don't have a valid point. I think most of us would agree we'd rather have Rich McKay working somewhere else, but that's Arthur's most trusted business and probably personal confidant. So he's always going to be around.
But you don't think his son gonna take over the team? Because I feel like his son ain't gonna play with the BS. His son need to take over the job, man.
We'll see. Not saying anything bad, but we'll see probably sooner than later. That's all I'm gonna say.
Talk about that comment that you just put up about Bijan's body language. You don't even gotta look at his body language. You can look at his face when he sit on the bench.
Yeah, he ain't been having that smile like he normally does.
Hey, exactly. He ain't got that friendly smile that what's up, all giggly.
Talking to the media. Mm-hmm.
A 4-5 game losing streak could do that, fellas.
Right.
Not only that, I don't think he's had more than 60 yards rushing in any game in the last four to 5 games.
This was the first one he had over that. He had 74 this game.
84.
Rushing?
84.
Yeah.
84.
Rushing?
Okay, 84, my fault.
Yeah.
Rushing.
Oh.
He had 84 yards this game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's this. I mean, this it's for sure a shit show. But again, I don't think even if we were to lose every last game moving forward, I still don't think Raheem is getting fired. I think he'll be
fired
here.
then. No, he definitely get fired for that.
I don't know, Toddy, because you gotta. This is why I say that, and it really has nothing to do with football. Arthur Blank is not a stupid man. He understands where the team he owns is located, and because of that, because he knows it's located in Atlanta. Imagine the firestorm he gonna have to talk about for weeks and months on end for firing Raheem in Atlanta after 2 years, where every other coach who's never looked like Raheem has gotten at least 3 years. And people are going to immediately jump on that, even though I think Raheem has done everything everything Raheem has done is a fireable offense. Those of us with critical thinking know he should be fired.
No,
But
Coach,
I think
no.
I'm telling you.
Hear me out on this. If you go 3-14 with this team, there won't be any blowback from the Atlanta demographic. It won't be no blowback. No, it won't. Because the reason I say that now, Coach, because a great portion of that demographic already don't want Raheem here now. Yeah. So if you go 3-14, he don't have no kind of legs to stand on. Now, I would get your point if this team finishes 8-9 or 9-8 or even 7-10 if he got fired. But at 3-14, like, bro, you got to go.
You may be right, but
man, if he ain't going out, they gonna goddamn riot downtown Atlanta.
I'm telling you,
3-14.
I don't know, man. I see it now.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but like Ty said, most of this fan base, they want Raheem and Zach gone now. They want him out of here. They want him out of here at the 30-0 loss to the Panthers. So now if we just keep on losing and keep on losing, L after L after L, we're the laughing stock. Nobody should take it serious. This team,
I still see people ride for him for that reason. That's what I'm saying. Like I think AB will absolutely have that in his mind. Y'all may be right. He may pull the trigger, but I think it would have to be extreme for him to pull that trigger because he knows the firestorm. Because I mean, it is bad optics, but we know that he deserves to be fired. But
he do. I mean, he don't know how to call plays as a head coach. Like every head coach in the league, they engage with these players. They talking to them. Raheem don't have none of that. I understand this is a business league. Don't take it personal, but he got to go. You and Zach, y'all adios. I want clean house.
And before the season started, what we were talking playoffs. We were talking more than 7-8 wins. This is not really a rebuilding year. This is, we fixed one of the biggest issues with this team, the pass rush. How many sacks we got today? 7 sacks?
7.
13 in the last 2 games.
In the last, come on.
And lost 13 in the last 2 games.
Hey, the defense is giving you chance after chance after chance. Yeah. They giving you chances with good field position to get in the red zone. We can't even convert a third down.
We converted 2 third downs in 2 games.
Not only 13 sacks in the last 2 games, but 4 turnovers as well.
And one more thing, I'm gonna let the dictionary come. After when Jonathan Taylor scored, James Pierce ran out and rolled his eyes. Once they did all that, they done Raheem. Ain't nothing.
Who the hell is the dictionary?
Some of him on the left side.
Dixon way.
Dixon way.
My bad, man. My bad. Man, you know what I mean. See.
Yeah, but let's welcome Larry to the panel. Larry, how's it going, brother?
Well, man, appreciate you
What's
having me
going on,
on.
man?
What's going on, family? How y'all doing, man? On a somber Sunday. Hate for the Falcons to ruin our entire Sunday early in the morning. Man, everybody, make sure you hit this like button for this great content. Tight ain't got to do this, but he do it because he loves these.
Man.
Yeah, so please hit that like button. Okay, I'm just getting in here. I just want to ask the panel one question before I go on. In the fire drill, do you help the opposition by calling a timeout and letting them be able to get their field goal?
Hell no! Oh my God, Larry! Oh my God, Larry!
No.
I was like, Larry, my thing was they already missed an extra point and a field goal today.
Thank you, brother.
Why would you not make them execute the fire drill to see if they can make the kick?
Thank you, brother.
Exactly.
That's how I
you keep that pressure on him. That man missed kicks.
So check this out. For everybody that want to defend Raheem, right? Then you say before at halftime, you tell the reporter that you didn't want to use the timeout because you didn't want to leave too much time on the clock. So you were dumb on both ends of the end of game situations. This is continuing to be a problem, man. Our lack of focus and attention to detail is coming from Coach Raheem. Players do have to execute, you know what I'm saying? And I hear Tidy say that all the time, and I do agree with him. But I need to ask people, do we run a play to set up a play, to set up the next play? No, we don't. No. We don't do that. Like, tell me, guys, do we run the pistol and then we don't even do play action to the wrong side. We do play action to Michael Penix's weak side. Who runs play action curl to the right when the right is his blind side and Elijah Wilkinson is horrible at blocking? Who does that? Zach Robinson does. Who runs under center once, get 15 yards last week, got 12 yards this week, and don't do it again? Who does that? Zach Robinson does that. Do we have anything? We're doing tight end screens and didn't have anything to set that up. I always talk mess about Mike Bobo, but at least Bobo got the sense to set up the screen and have Gunnar Stockton fake the screen, go down the seam. Fake the screen, go down the seam. It's simple football, and we don't do it. When someone's blitzing, do we ever call a quick slant out of the slot?
Nope.
Ever.
I've been saying that. I've not seen one hot read on the blitz.
So again, Michael Penix has to get better. He has terrible feet work. Okay, we're noticing that. He had terrible feet work coming in. I don't know if anyone's working with him to fix that, because when pressure getting in his face, he's throwing off his back foot, and since his arm is so strong, he's throwing it 5 yards above the wide receiver. That's when Mooney was just like, blanket, you know what I'm saying? He was wide open. And then you saw Daniel Jones make that same play in the same area of the field to the tight end, who was Beltran. Like, why we keep running Beltran out there? That's a Raheem problem. Get the dude out of here. Like it.
Now, I will say this, Larry. I think, and I've been saying this, I think Bertrand is a direct effect of going out early in the season. I don't think he would have been on this team. I think because Anderson got hurt, they had to switch things around, which then brought him up from the practice squad. I think if Anderson had never got hurt and the other people hadn't got hurt, I don't even think he would be on this team. But him and you know, I know some people here like him, but I think him and Hughes, both him, Hughes, and Zach Robinson need to be door-to-door vacuum cleaner salesmen next year.
Troy Anderson is Beltran. What are we talking about?
Well, you're absolutely right. You look, I agree with you there, brother. He needs to be next year should be his. This year should be his last year as well.
We knew that Nate Landman was bad in coverage, but he always had his nose up there in the ranking. Yep. And now probably going to make the Pro Bowl this season because what he's doing with that front line with the Rams. So again, guys, we chose Troy Anderson and Beltran over Nate Lane.
And Anderson can't even stay healthy.
Stupid.
It's decision. Like, I try to defend Terry, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that the match finally came together. But now, how bad this offense is looking under Zach Robinson. And we're at a key point right now, guys. Drake has to get paid.
Oh yeah, he got to get paid. He definitely.
Then the next year, Bijan Robinson got to get paid, and then guess what? Michael Penix got to get paid. So again, guys, this year was supposed to be we show what we have, and then next year we just add whatever second and third rounder what we need to finish off everything and go for it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or once Kirk money come off the books, we go get that one or two pieces that we need to solidify the team. Either if it's a guy who can stretch the field on wide receiver. Well, I really like to find Diablo, but he got hurt, so he's probably not going to be back. These guys on 1-year deals.
Divine on a 2-year deal, Larry.
He on a 2-year deal. Okay. My bad. So that gives me some, but we don't know if he's going to be the same when he comes back.
Let me ask you this too, also real quick, Larry, because we kind of already touched on it, but I want to get your vantage point. This is a tweet that came from Shannon Sharp. It says Falcons got to get better play out of Penix Jr. 12 for 28, less than 180 yards passing. Yes, Mooney dropped the pass in overtime, but let's keep it a buck. He's not been good enough this year. Your thoughts, Larry?
Agreed. That's what I was kind of touching on. He has bad footwork when the play is in his face, leading me to believe that's why they don't play him on the center. I have to use that speculation because we don't have him on the center doing play action. The way he tried to say his feet, they're kind of jittery, and he throws off his back foot. And with that elongated passing mechanism he has, that's why the ball sails. Or when he's running forward, he tries to set his feet, that's why the ball dives into the ground. So those are things that I would like to see him correct. Those are things that I don't think he's being coached to do. Name me one time that I've seen my offensive coordinator, who's now not in the booth on the sideline, talk to him after the. We saw with Kirk Cousins, he had that Microsoft Surface, and they were talking. And the last time they were talking, looked like Kirk Cousins' dog cussed him out. And then he came out and ran in his own place. When has that happened with Michael Penix ever? I've never seen Zach Robinson over there conversate with him. I've seen Doug Williams. I seen Doug
Williams bench by himself.
Yeah, but most of the time he's sitting over there looking at it by himself, or it's with Doug Williams' son. So again, man, and I like Michael Penix came out. We got to play better, and it starts with me. I love him taking accountability. I would love for my head coach to say me, not we. Don't say we, say me. You know what I'm saying? Zach Robinson is Eric. Why does Zach Robinson have the arrogance of Kyle Shanahan with no accolades? This dude already know he got a job in waiting. You know what I'm saying?
And
so
they say it don't even matter because he ain't even gonna do good in Oklahoma State. But go ahead, continue.
No. And what I'm thinking is, it's like what's gonna save Raheem's job is Zach Robinson accepts the job out of Oklahoma State. Then he can just go ahead. He wasn't forced to fire Zach Robinson. You know what I'm saying? You can scapegoat a lot of people. You can say that Ray McCloud wasn't this. You can say that Ike Hilliard was the problem why the wide receivers couldn't, get off the line of scrimmage and get separation. Dude, everybody knows your plays. And you want to know why I say that, guys? Look at Bijan runs. Bijan breaks one or two wide open tacklers and juke them out of their draws every freaking game. Look at it. And that's why I was telling people in the chat. And we had a dual stream with Rise and Rhino, and they was asking us, is Michael Penix the guy? I was like, I feel like Michael Penix does need growing. He has not been up to the standard that we thought he would be. We all thought that the defense was struggling, the offense would be light years ahead of it. So it's not the case. But hey, you don't need preseason because you're good. We need to gain chemistry. We're still trying to learn each other, but we didn't need preseason. Our offense coordinator didn't need to call plays. That was Yates because we're good, but he obviously needed it. He was a second-year play caller. Look, man, we ain't serious. We're not serious about the game of football. We're just not. We're not.
Only thing I would say to that, Larry, is
but he's also
as we see, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if he played a preseason or not. We're now 9 games in. Like I don't think.
No. What I'm saying is, Coach, is that sorry, Coach. What I'm saying is, I wasn't talking about him going in and playing a series of 2. I'm saying, yeah, that wouldn't have been nothing. That actually wouldn't have been nothing. Everybody, the offensive coordinator, they needed to play at least a half, 3 quarters, most of the game. They needed it. It's apparent because we keep coming back on, well, he's only played 10 games. He needed every rep. He has no concept of right now. Our quarterback don't even have concept of how plays are supposed to properly be stacked, because we run out there and we run this play and we run that play and none of them coincide with each other. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're failing him. I feel like he's sucking also. I feel like we're failing him, and there's a good way to ruin a potential quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Even though he may not be doing as good as contemporaries, I feel like that Sean Payton is a savant, and Bo Nix really ain't that good. It's just that they got a great defense, and they got one of the best offensive minds outside of Andy Reid of this generation coaching him up. Because when you watch him, he ain't really doing nothing special except for with his legs, which he always had. But I just, to me, I feel like Penix definitely had to be better. But this coaching staff ain't doing nothing that help him at all, man. And a good running game always helps young, just like Michael Turner did with Matt Ryan. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to bring up Matt Ryan, but I saw the stat that, I mean, before yesterday, Michael Penix and Matt Ryan pretty much had the exact same stat line. I mean, to the T, to the number. It was scary, really. Like, that can't be right. But sure enough, it was. So,
yeah, but the difference.
Oh, no, go on. I'm sorry, because I interrupted you. Go ahead, Coach.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, you're right. But what I hate about that comparison and narrative is we're talking about a true freshman with just one off season versus someone who's had 2 off seasons. Even though he hasn't played but 11 games now, he has still had 2 off seasons to prepare for NFL play, and one person only had 1. But that to me is kind of like a false narrative. It kind of grinds my gears, that narrative. But you're right, they were eerily similar.
But Matt played in those dog years. You know what I'm saying? In preseason.
Right.
I don't know, man. I just feel like when you have the lead 17-14, you don't run the ball, and you put the ball in the hands of Michael Penix. You should have been putting that ball in the hands of Algier and Bajan. I feel like that's negligence on an offensive coordinator. I really do. Like, you know his limitations. We see it. You have a dynamic running back. He carries the ball 17 times. The best running back in the league carries it 32 times. Yeah. For everybody that said, no, Larry, don't have him tote the ball like that. This is not the 1990s football anymore. Whatever, man. I just saw Jonathan Taylor whoop us like he was in 1992. He single-handedly whooped our ASS. And that's the truth.
We got dog walking in time possession.
And exactly.
Yeah, time
that's the truth. So
Yeah.
Got
You
dog
use
walk.
Bijan like that, and because Daniel Jones wasn't special today. You know what I'm saying? He really wasn't. He was the Giants. He was the Giants. Daniel Jones.
He used his legs when needed be. That's the only big difference. When they needed, he pulled the ball down and took off. But again, everything that we're seeing, and this is what amazes me so much. And I understand everyone doesn't like eat, sleep, and breathe football the way I do, but it's like, damn, how could you not see everything you're pointing out now, Larry, about Penix was blatantly obvious before we even drafted him. But when I was saying this, people was, I mean, you think I would have been talking about their mama the way they were coming at me. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Dude, you can look everything that every issue he has now in the NFL, he had before he was even drafted. Every issue you're pointing out, the issue that they pointed out in his pre-draft report, like, it is blatantly obvious to me that Penix is the exact same guy in the NFL that he was in college.
Coach,
and now people are starting to see it. It's starting to get real bad. It's starting
Coach, you breaking up real bad. Real quick, Coach, while you get that together, y'all, let's welcome our guy Wolf to the panel. Wolf, what's going on with you, brother?
What's up, man? What's going on? What's going on, everybody?
Chilling, brother. How's it
What's going on, bro?
I mean, I done told people I'm taking $100 bets, Tidy. I ain't got no time to talk. You ain't making the playoffs next year neither. I take $100 bets. I told you first game. I invited everybody to come on the panel. You wasn't gonna be what you was. I told people in September. The proof is in the pudding. The videos is there. The live is there. I challenge everybody. You are not gonna beat continuity, consistency. That's what Tampa Bay is. By the way, in the South, there hasn't been a divisional champion 5 years in a row. Tampa Bay about to do that. So, Tidy, I take $100 bets. $100 bets. You ain't gonna even make the playoffs next year. The Wolf calling it now.
Ooh.
$100. Yeah. I don't want to do too much talking, Tidy. How you doing? How's the family? How's everybody? Everybody good?
Everybody great,
man.
Everybody great. What's that?
All right, cool. Hey, Tidy, let me get off real quick. Everybody know my email, wolfrespectfully@gmail.com. You want to put any money up. Because I'm tired of doing the talking. The talking is too much talking. It's time to tell people the truth. The Falcons ain't going to be shit for another 2 years, T. I'm trying to tell you. Another 2 years. And I put my money with my mouth against anybody. You can even call Rich McKay if you want. I take his money.
He need to go. He the main problem, Wolf.
No, he's not the problem. He ain't the problem. That's false. T, I'm trying to tell you, but I be trying to tell these people, you can't beat consistency, bro. You can't be a GM who's been consistent in this division. You can't beat a quarterback that's been consistent in this division. You can't be the head coach that's been consistent in this division. It ain't gonna happen, T. I'm sorry to tell every Atlanta Falcon fan out there this. I'm tired of telling y'all, bro. You're not gonna be nothing for another 2 years, and your roster about to turn over again. Wolf respectfully, T. You know I'm gonna come up here. I ain't gonna take too much time. Wolf respectfully @gmail.com. Wolf solidified @gmail.com. That's still active. 28-3 on TikTok. I'm taking any bets. Any bets you want to come with. T, I appreciate you, bro. Just real fast. I appreciate you. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment, subscribe to Atlanta Bird Gang. You already know what it is, man. Salute to everybody that's on the panel. Yeah, to keep talking, man.
Plug your channel before you get out of here, Wolf.
Nah, I don't even want to plug it. I don't even want to plug it, T. You know why? Because ain't nobody coming with this money. I'm all about this money. Come with this money, T. That's all I'm saying. Come with this money.
I feel you. That's the Wolf, y'all. Hey, y'all got his email. If you want to bet, put your money up. Put your money up.
I'm not taking that bet.
Put your money up.
I'm not taking that bet.
Hey, yeah, real quick. we got a comment here from Slim that I want to discuss if y'all don't mind. He says, let's keep it a buck. Penix gave up in the second half. The reason Daniel Jones outplayed Penix is that he had more heart than Penix. Jones' mouth was busted open and he was still making plays. Now I do tend to agree with Slim. Shout out to Slim. I think, and this might just be his first year starting type of thing. When you start a new job, that first 6 months to 1 year, you ain't really gave him your full personality yet. But I think sometimes Penix carries himself with a "I'm too cool for school" attitude. What do y'all think about Slim's comment that's on the screen?
I'm Gabe. Okay. Gave up. I'm not gonna go as far as quit, but
yeah, I won't say quit. I'm with you on that. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm not gonna say quit, but
confidence got knocked down.
His confidence. He was real rattled. He was real rattled in that second half, especially. You know what I'm saying? He's off today. He's missing throws, and he got very, very rattled, and Daniel Jones outplayed him because he stayed cool. But I quit. Nah, I'm not gonna go that far.
I ain't gonna say quit either. What I seen was the same game. He lost confidence. He lost his spirit. It went wrong.
Tay, you breaking up, Tay. Tay, you breaking up.
What about now?
That's a little bit better. Keep going and see if you come in.
But I was just confidence. So, I might be breaking it. Hold on.
All I'm gonna say, fellas, man, we just need to just let the season play out and just get ready for some changes this off season. And I'm standing on that.
Can you hear me? Do I sound better?
Yeah, you sound better now.
It's really storming here, so I may go in and out. But as far as Penix, I mean, yeah, I agree. I wouldn't say quit, but he does have this sort of too cool for school attitude, and I believe that is because, and this is my belief, I believe that's because majority of the Falcon fans crowned him king with nothing to show for it. Like, I've been saying this, like, you can't crown this man the next thing and he has nothing there is nothing in his resume. So I think that may play a big part into his, I'm the kind of, I ain't gonna say he has the I'm the shit attitude, but it's kind of close to that level. Not quite there yet, but yeah, he definitely doesn't have that dog mentality to him at all.
I guess in my go. I wouldn't say that at least interacting with the fans at training camp, he doesn't give off the I'm the stuff type of personality. Now, what I will say, the lack of detail and attention to detail may be a reflection of his head coach. Hey, I'm pumping you up, this, that, and the third. And yeah, that could be a part of it. I don't know, man. Something's wrong. Hopefully they can fix it. I'm not going to say that he gave up. That's a little bit too strong. I didn't see any gave up. I can see that he losing. I think Zach and Raheem act is kind of rubbing the entire locker room the wrong way. Not just Michael Penix, but I think it's just more. This might be more demonstrative with because we look at the quarterback so much, and he's sitting there biting his nails. Nobody around him. Today, I didn't even really see, Doug Williams' son around him. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. Look, you got an older quarterback who has tendencies I don't know if they're trying to work it through it. I didn't see them working on any footwork drills for him at camp. So yeah, I mean, now that I look back on it, and yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say he quit, but I do feel like the team may be slowly like losing confidence in this coaching staff, player wise. So we'll see, man. I mean, ain't no playoffs for me, man. I want to see development now. I'm past the playoff thing. I want to see positive. I want to see positive development, and well, we ain't gonna get no structure because this is just a team. We really don't believe in a normal football structure type of thing. So yeah, I mean, it's what it is. Raheem gonna get another year. Zach gonna go get his job at Oklahoma State, and then we're gonna find out what I knew after the end of last season, that I don't think Raheem was the guy, and that this year just solidified it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's saying that he deserved another year just because Arthur Smith got another year, I didn't think Arthur Smith deserved another year. You know I didn't, Tidy. But you know, people call me a coach hater. I don't want to waste time.
I'm the coach defender.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my bad.
I'm 50 years old, man. I would like to see a championship with my son. After both my parents are gone now, I started to think about that stuff. And that's real talk. So, you know, while everybody's like, oh, we'll get them next year. Okay. And if I'm thinking about it, what y'all think Arthur Blank is thinking about? I'll leave it at that.
So Larry, real quick. So it sounds like you and Coach agree on this. Y'all both think Raheem will be back next year. As of today.
Yeah, as of today. Now you do what you said and we lose the rest of our games, he's out of there. Because nobody's gonna support that. Even the affluent black community here is not gonna support that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's not gonna be, ain't no NAACP gonna be coming in trying to save Raheem when he's winless. You know what I'm saying? 3 and 14. No one's coming to his.
I'm shocked, Larry. I thought you'd be of the opinion that he would be fired. Because I'm starting to steer that way now.
Yeah, I thought he would be fired, but if he was going to be fired, he would have been fired after the Dolphins game. I mean, we're keeping it a buck.
That's fair.
If he was going to be after coming in your press conference, said that was humbling. This is a wake up call. So the 30 drubbing you to Carolina wasn't a wake up call. So yeah,
not to mention Larry being saying multiple times in multiple press conferences you've been out coached. How many times allow you to say that?
Yep, and then the next week that team that whooped you look inept. You feel me? Like it's not
you saying something, man.
And got blown they backs out. Dolphins after they beat us got their backs blown out. So yeah, man. I mean, look, we are never at an advantage, and this is what I always say. This is why I get on coach, because I've never had one feeling that we outcoached someone in this Raheem era. I haven't. And you know what? I was an advocate for getting rid of Arthur Smith, but I didn't imagine us getting a worse head coach, offensive coordinator. I didn't imagine that. I didn't imagine that we would go out and get someone worse, but here we are.
Yeah.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right.
So let me ask y'all this. Go ahead, Dave. You go ahead.
Just a question, fellas. And okay, say we fire Raheem. Who do we bring in?
I don't know.
I'm going to tell you that's something that's going to be a very unpopular opinion. I guarantee you, everybody, hell no, don't do that, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, Belichick,
I say call Bill Belichick. Hold on. Listen to me. The Atlanta Falcons in the Arthur Blank era has never had a proven coach, not one single time. So if for no other reason, give him a shot. I mean, you have been doing things the same way with no results proven. Hey, who knows? Maybe he comes in here and finally takes us to the promised land. Wouldn't be no different than hiring another first timer that comes in here and completely drops the ball. That's all I'm saying. Hey, give him a shot. Give any me personally. I would love. I think this team needs a no nonsense coach like a Rex Ryan. Again, people gonna tell me I'm crazy. He sucks. Yada yada. Whatever. But a proven head coach on this Falcons team, I think, will make a world of difference. And we've never had it, so why not give it a shot?
Fair point.
Larry, you on
I'm
mute.
gonna tell you right now.
I don't think Bill coming on, man. I think our chance with that is probably a done deal there.
Nah, Bill, that's his last job. UNC is his last job. He gonna go off in the sunset with his 24-year-old. I don't need that circus in Atlanta, to be honest. I think we've had enough. I understand what you're saying, Coach, but I think we've had enough sample size to see what Bill is with and without Tom Brady.
I'll say this. I don't really have a name in mind at this time because I haven't thought about it much. But if the team truly believes in Penix and at the 8th overall pick, you can't give up on him after just 1 year. You know, he hasn't been terrible. He's just typical first year starter. But you got to do your very best job to bring an offensive head coach in here. That way, whoever the next coordinator is, if he leaves after 1 to 2 years, you're still there to continue to groom and coach Michael Penix. So whoever the next head coach, he has to be an offensive-minded guy, somebody who's done well with quarterbacks on his resume, somebody who you really think and know that can develop a quarterback and kind of make up for what Penix lacks in right now. So whoever that may be, I'll say offensive guy next time.
That's only Gruden. That's the only person that really fits that bill. That's
I would say Gruden or even Kingsbury. You know what I'm saying?
Gruden or who?
Kingsbury.
Okay.
Kingsbury, yeah.
Do we give Kingsbury a second shot, Larry?
Huh? What?
Do we give Kingsbury a second bite at the apple?
If you want to go offensive, yeah. Or Mike McCarthy. If you want a proven guy like what Coach is saying, if you want a proven guy, I would say Mike McCarthy. He don't have losing seasons. Okay. He don't have losing seasons. So if you want a proven guy, I'm not going Bill Belichick. I would do Mike McCarthy. He would be first on my list for a proven guy. Okay.
We'll get Mike McDaniel or something, which really might not be too bad, but that's probably somebody.
I don't think Mike McDaniel's the head coach. I think
I'll bring Mike McDaniel in as the OC.
It's an OC, not my head.
Okay, now the reason why. So let me tell you the reason why I say that. If you still got Jeff Ulbrich around here, I say bring him in and let him work with the offense. Let Ulbrich handle all defense. Look at Jimmy Lake last year. Look at Ulbrich this year with his defense. Night and day.
Well, Ulbrich is actually better than
I'm just saying night and day because you got to look at it. The Miami lost the scheme. McDaniel, he ran the same scheme Zach Robinson ran. And beat us with it better. Yeah, and beat us with it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's showing you how to run now. Bring him here. Let's see what he can do with a Penix. You know, Pitts, London.
I can't, bro. Me personally, as someone who's been and I'm sure, I don't know the ages of the guys on here except for Toddy and Larry, but I've been in this thing.
Hey, the only young motherfucker on here. We all old, but take go ahead.
Okay, I'm been in this thing a long time, man. I want to finally see a coach with some pedigree coaching my Falcons, man. I really can't do another one coach who got about 30 wins on his belt. Like, no, I need somebody in the hundreds of wins, man. You know what I mean? Like, and I know they ain't easy to find. But Arthur, go and bust open the piggy bank and get one of them guys in here. Offer them the king's ransom to get out of the booth wherever they at and come here and coach these Falcons.
And then, but you also got to think about it. They got to want to come here as well.
That's why I said break open the bank. Money talk, bullshit walk.
McCarthy or Gruden. It got to be McCarthy or Gruden if you want a veteran coach with offensive brain power.
What's McCarthy doing right now?
Offense. But I was gonna say you offer Rex some money, he'll come, but he ain't an offensive guy.
He's not an offensive guy.
Yeah, he's not an offensive guy. But he said he wants to get back in it. But Gruden, I'm cool with. Rex, I mean, I don't really care. Give me somebody with some pedigree in here. I'm so over the retreads and first time coaches.
What's Mike McCarthy doing right now?
Nothing.
No idea.
Nothing.
No idea.
I mean, you could easily fire Raheem and make that hire right now, so you can assess this roster and find out what
you couldn't do it to the end of the year, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying you can make that hire. You don't have to wait until the end of the Super Bowl. Craziness like that.
Yeah, because he's not with a team. Right.
On Black Monday, you make your fire. On Friday, you make your hire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you want someone like that, I don't want Lane Kiffin because everybody forget about the Raiders. Nope, he can stay in college. He's a college coach. Yeah, he's a college coach. I
don't have Steve Sarkisian either.
Yeah, I don't want Sark either. He's a college coach.
Yeah.
And if the Ravens are stupid enough to get rid of Harbaugh because he's having a horrible year, I don't think they're going to get rid of him. But if they are,
I would love Harbaugh.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, here go my homer suggestion. You know, I'm sure y'all know where I'm about to go, especially you, Larry David.
No way in hell. Kirby, no way in hell.
No.
Right there where he is.
No. That's never happened. Kirby is the king where he is. He ain't leaving the job. No, but you are actually in the right area though.
You talking about Mike Bobo?
No. Somebody just mentioned Baltimore, and there's a guy on that staff that has Kirby.
Okay, I got you.
Coach Monkey.
Yeah.
Coach Monkey.
Yes.
All right. Lumpkin. Now I want him to come back home.
Little experience though, so you know.
Little experience.
So I don't know if that would go over well right now.
Hey, but think about it though. Could he really be worse than what Zach putting out there?
Oh no! He could be worse, but here's my thing. Coach Monkey was great. He was great at UGA. He turned walk-on stat into a 2-time national champion. Now we talk, but we're not talking about the SEC or the NC2A. We're talking about the NFL.
Yeah.
Is it him or is it Lamar?
It's Lamar.
That's my only question.
It's Lamar. And I can, and I love Coach Lumpkin. I want him to go back to Georgia. But again, when Mike Bobo made Zach Robinson look like, Mike Bobo looks like a genius compared to Zach Robinson because he stacked those plays on top of each other. You see the rhythm, even though you disagree with it. He runs on the screen, and guess what? Hey, bait the screen, go down the seam. You know what I'm saying? We starting to see that now. Plays are starting to stack on each other. We don't see that with Zach Robinson. We just run a play. Let's try this. Go back to this play. Let's go to our bread and butter. Throw the out route to Drake, who almost got picked off by Sauce. Yeah, I mean,
just eyeball that.
It's you can only do but so much when those guys over there are being paid millions of dollars to scout what you're doing, and you're so predictable with your route, your motions, your route combinations. Bijan Robinson never runs a Texas route. I know coach know what a Texas route is for the running back. When you go up the middle, you fake like you chip in the middle, like you blocking, then go right up the middle. You got the option, go left or right. When does Bijan run a Texas route, guys?
We don't do
that on the outside, and he goes to the outside.
And then that's a
We
good
don't do
route.
slants either, Larry.
That's a good route to beat the blitz.
Coach, that's
Beat
what
the
I'm
blitz
saying.
right there.
You compare Bijan to run CMC, but you don't even run his routes. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be a staple. That should be a staple. Like when Bijan is lined up right behind the offensive line, he's never releasing to the middle of the field. He's always standing in the block. Like that's a tail. That's a formational tail.
Hey, Larry.
You're playing 5 wide without 5 wide receivers at that point. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Schematically, when you put Bijan in there to just block and chip, because he's your best chip blocker, not Kyle Pitts. I can't.
This is what I'm saying. This is why
it's your best chip blocker. He has to stay in for max protection and doesn't release into the middle of the field and have the option to go left or right. That means you're running 5 wide without running 5 wide. It's maddening. But hey,
yeah, that's why I think you have to if you want something to change, you have to change it. So if you want a culture of winning in the Falcons, in the Falcons organization, you simply have to bring someone that has a already proven culture of winning. I mean, I call it celebrity head coach, you call it whatever dumbass name you want to call it, but in order to change what has been, you got to change what is. And what we've been doing is hiring coaches first time, no type of culture of winning, haven't won nothing. And I don't think it's crazy to say get a coach in here who has either been to the Super Bowl, coached the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl. A culture of winning will change everything here.
That's a great name. That's a great name. Bruce Arians. That's a great name.
I don't think he'd come here, to be honest.
That's a great name.
But you also got to think this. I mean, I don't.
I don't know. He might, Tiny. I don't know.
Bruce
Some of the coaches may not come just because it's. It is in Atlanta. You got to think about.
Well, not only that, it's he's 73 years old now, man. Like, not trying to be age discriminatory, but anything over 70, I'm real leery on y'all. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah, I mean, but look at what Pete doing out there. Where he at though?
Okay, but coach, how many Pete's are there in the league?
You absolutely correct, Tommy.
That's fair.
You're correct. But what I'm saying is this narrative that just because they old, and I know you didn't put that out there, Toddy. I'm just saying this narrative because they're old that you got to have some young, you got to be new to quote unquote coach in this new era of football is just asinine. Great coaches can coach in any era of any of that sport that they're coaching in. So get you a good proven coach, bring him in here to the Falcons, and let's start winning. Because until you do that, you're gonna have the issues we have year after year after year for the last 20 plus years.
All right, man.
This area still in the front office of Tampa Bay, so it look like he's still working there for them. Larry, before you get out of here, man, go ahead and plug your channel. Let everybody know where they can catch you at.
Thank you for having me on, man. The Dixon Way at YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Rumble, and X, man. If you guys want to get some commentary during the game, frustrated Falcon fans, come on over. Yeah, man, we try to be entertaining and informative. You're gonna get a reaction just like a normal fan would, you know what I'm saying, during the game. That's the Hawks, the Falcons, all our major sports scene, and the Bulldogs, which has definitely been popping lately. So yeah, man, thank you for having me on, man. Yeah, I'm about to get something to eat. These Falcons give me a headache.
Appreciate you coming through, Larry. Have a good evening, bro.
Man, yeah, man. Y'all have a great rest of y'all weekend if you can. We'll be talking about this tomorrow on the Falcon in Review. Oh, sorry ass Hawks. Me and Falcons. All right, man. All right. Yeah. All right, man. Thank you, Tidy, man. Y'all have a great evening.
Thank you.
All right, Larry.
All right, later on, Larry.
I want to ask y'all something real quick too. outside of coaching changes, because we know that's paramount and that's something we're gonna continue to talk about. But outside of coaching changes, what would y'all do to improve this team?
What me personally, what would I do is what we should have done at the trade deadline.
Got you on the right receiver, but we could do that this offseason.
No, we trade Mooney.
But no, Dave, you can't say that because that's not feasible. Like tomorrow morning, what would you do?
Okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. What do I guess right now the only thing I can say is because we are beat up. Right now I don't think I can say is get healthy. That's just all I can think of right now because right now what do we do well? What do we do well?
Nothing.
Run the ball. Really, to be honest with you, that's our identity, running the ball. But
used to be.
say,
but do we do it well?
I'm about to say used to be. They done took that shit away.
Do we do it well?
No.
They load up the box.
They want to throw the ball 30 times.
Not done it well.
So what I would do moving forward, because they are on Bijan, and we have clearly seen, and again, every time he gets in the game and runs the ball, the man is a monster. Algier, I would run a lot of 22. Just have both of them in at the same time. Fuck it. You're gonna stop one of them. Somebody getting off, but you don't know who getting the ball. Sometimes put Bijan out wide. As a receiver, make him be a mismatch with some linebacker with Pitts on the other side, mismatch to another linebacker, whatever. But Algier and Bijan on the field at the same time, nonstop. I mean, nothing else has been working. Do that. That's what I would do.
Hey, Tidy, one more time. What was your question?
Outside of like coaches or coaching changes, what would you do to make this team better outside of coaching? Because let's just hypothetically saying they're gonna be here.
Right now, go ahead and do some trials. Like I said, bring these other wide receivers up, and on the other side, on the defense, cornerback number 2, go ahead and bring up some of them guys, see what they can do. Let's see what Kobe Bryant can do. Put them out there because, I mean, this season is basically about done. So, might as well put some guys out there, try them out. Hey, look at number 99, Sam Roberts. He's been a beast up there in the trenches. I don't know if y'all been noticing him or not. Him and LaKel London a little bit. Put some of these guys on the press squad, put them out there, see what they could do. Might make it better. Might bring a spark. Shit.
After he said that made me think of something. You guys, did y'all see? Of course you've seen it, but I'm just wondering if y'all seen it. Like the way I seen it. I think it was the first touchdown, may have been the second touchdown that the Colts scored when Alford had every single opportunity to step in front of that receiver and literally just ran behind him. I was like, yo, what? Like, that was when I seen that, I said, oh yeah, we losing this game. Like, I have never seen a player run behind. Like, he was beside him and ran behind him looking at the ball. Like, he was looking at the ball. He could have easily stepped in front of that receiver and intercepted that, like, easily. I have never seen a player run behind a receiver like that. I was like, wow, yeah, we losing this game. My bad. That just, when he said cornerback, that fucked my head up. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and another person, another type of person I would look for as a defensive back, somebody that can lock down a tight end or at least slow him down. It seemed like we struggle against tight ends. For example, today, Billy Bowman. I feel like Billy Bowman is going to be a star player, but Tyler Warren gave him a run for his money today.
Yes, he did.
Especially on that third down or fourth down play, and Tyler Warren just basically mossed him. You know, because Billy Bowman on like what 5'10", 190, and Warren by what 6'6".
Yeah, he kind of Pitts height.
I think that's more where we're missing Divine Diablo right now.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, man, fellas, man, moving forward, man, we just got to just let the season play out, like what Tiny's saying, and then hopefully we get these guys out of here in the season. To get a new direction for this coaching staff.
Yeah, for me personally, what I probably would do different, and I know so far Zach has been stubborn about coming out of it, but I would try to incorporate some new formations slowly, just to see how my quarterback react to it. Go into center a few more times than I normally would. Maybe go into a more traditional shotgun than I normally would. Spread set on the center. I just would try to incorporate something different just to try to make the offense a little more consistent and somewhat explosive, because right now you just got Drake, Bijan, and Michael Penix has just had a real bad game. So I would just try to do something just to wake the offense up a little bit.
Hold on. Read this comment. He said move out of Atlanta so I could jump to a different team, Falcons or Jets. Organization shaking my head. Why would you say that? I mean, it's gonna be ups and downs in this organization. I'm not switching on other 31 teams.
I think he'd be a little facetious.
And what you were saying, Tiny, though, I agree. Like some bunch type sets as well. Something to where it's more than just Bijan and Drake London. Because it's looking like at the point now where Penix, he really not even scanning the field. He just looking Drake way.
Right.
It's gonna cost him one day eventually. He got away with one today with Sauce when he dropped that interception.
Right.
That blind it's that blind pass that he does sometimes where he'll look one way and then he automatically assumes something else is open. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. Try something different from him. But I mean, it's Zach Robinson we talking about.
Right. So guys, I guess we'll go ahead and get ready to wrap it up, man. Any final thoughts going around the panel before we log out? Any final thoughts?
No, sir.
Yeah, man. I got a final thought.
To the draft.
Man, everything will be all right, people. That's only my final thought. It's gonna be all right. Next year, I will say this. If we get rid of Zach, I'm very confident next year we'll have a lot better season. So just unfortunately prepare for next year.
Yeah, well, my final is I pray to God a miracle for my New Year's resolution is to get rid of Marcus Williams and Zach Robinson, and just keep Jeff Ulrich. That's my New Year's resolution. If Raheem stayed, then he on the hot seat. But overall, I just want a new good coaching staff on special teams and offense coordinator. That's it, fellas, man.
Yeah, shout out William. Raheem already on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Anything, David or Tay?
Like I said, just looking forward to the draft right now. Looking at once again before Thanksgiving. Looking forward to the draft.
But why though, bro? We're gonna be in the top 10 with no first rounder.
The second round.
This receiver class is deep, and that's probably our more pressing need right now. So
yeah, hopefully we get my boy out of Texas, but that's for another show.
Yeah.
Which one? Because Wingo's a sophomore. Wingo's a sophomore.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. He is.
I'm about to say that next draft, there's gonna be some good receivers coming out of that. Because I know, that's what we're talking. But my final thought is, man, don't stress yourself out. It is what it is. What we always say, Falcons gonna figure out a way to Falcon. They're gonna do their thing. They almost won today, and it would have been one of those cases where look, we beat a team like the Colts and then we lose to the team like the Panthers. So, don't let it stress you out. I done about had it with them. I don't let them stress me out no more. Like I said, I'll be chilling. I'll be out at the clubs. I'm getting my drink on, enjoying myself. I'm not gonna let the Falcons ruin my week anymore. Not gonna let them ruin my month. Not let them ruin my football. Just all together. Just all together. It is what it is until there's changes to be made. So everybody, you know, don't let them get in the way of y'all mental. And that's for the people in the comments too, because I've been reading some of them comments and some people are really, really checking out.
Yeah.
Hey, be careful too, man, with the drinking, because you know it's holiday season, so you gotta be careful with them police, Georgia State Patrol. So just be mindful.
Yeah. I have one of my hoochie mamas as a driver for me if it get too bad, man.
There you go.
Yeah, but y'all be easy, y'all be safe, be blessed, man. Don't let the Falcons ruin your mental.
Likewise. Well said. Tay, appreciate you coming through. All right, Coach, go ahead, plug and let everybody know where they can find you at, man, and then we are out of here.
All right, man. Once again, thank you, Toddy, for always opening your platform up to us, man. People, please hit that like button for my guy. You can catch us, man, every Wednesday at the Coach's Corner. Me and my co-host Keely and Miss Deb, where we talk all things Falcons, man. You know, we definitely don't sugarcoat shit over there. not that anyone else does. But if you want to hear real and raw and you know, my quote unquote outrageous takes, come join us on Wednesday, man, and have a good time with us over there, man.
No doubt. Wednesday at 8 p.m. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Y'all make sure that y'all subscribe to the Coach's Corner, man. I want to thank everybody that came through on the panel, everybody that's still on the panel right now. Fellas, another typical year as a Falcons fan, but you know, hey, as we say, there's always next year. And with that, we're officially out of here. God bless. Peace.
Oh, by the way, Toddy, Nate Lemon got a forced fumble today.
You know what? I saw somebody in the comments say it, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to even piss myself off today. But hey, David, you know I'm going to go in the Facebook group and talk shit, though.
Yeah, I know.
All right, y'all. God bless, man. We gone.
Right on.